Hi students, today we are going to learn about operators, arrays and functions. These are the last topics in unit 3. There are several types of operators that are used for performing operations like arithmetic operations, assignment operation, comparison operation, logical operations, bitwise operations, all these. Now we will see about the operators. Arithmetic operators. These operators are mainly meant for doing mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division and modulo operation. For doing these operations, we need arithmetic operands. Operand that is used for addition is plus and subtraction is minus. For multiplication, asterisk. And for division, slash. And for modulation, mod operator. How we write this? Operators with the help of operands. Here in this example, 10 plus 20. 10 and 20 are operands and plus is the operator. This plus is known as arithmetic operator. In arithmetic operator, we use operand. We use operator in between operands. The operation to be performed between the two operands is defined by operator. If you see the example, here I have taken a equals to x plus y. X equals to 5, y equals to 2. Now, x plus y means 5 plus 2. 5 and 2 are operands with an operation plus. If I did it as minus, then the result is 3. Similarly, multiplication. Similarly, division, mod. All these mathematical notations can be represented or evaluated by arithmetic operators. Next type of operator is assignment operator. For assigning values to the JavaScript variables, we use assignment operator. How we assign these values? By using an equal to operator, we can assign these values with a symbol equal to. We can also represent a shorthand notation. See in this example, plus equal to add and assign, x equals to x plus y. This is similarly written as x plus equals to y. This is called as shorthand notation. Similarly, subtract and assign, multiply and assign, divide and assign, modulo and assign. This is the example for assignment operator. A value 10. For that I have taken an expression a plus equals to 20. 10 plus 20, 30. Similarly for minus operation. That indicates that a plus equals to 20 means a equals to a plus 20. What is there the way a value? 10. And plus value is 20. Now the resultant value is 30. Similarly, 20, 10. A minus 10. Result is 10. Similarly, a equals to a into 10 or a into equal to 20. Similarly, division and modulo operations. And the next type of operator is comparisons. For measuring equality, we use these operators. Comparison operators are used in logical statements to determine equality or differences between variables or values. Name itself indicates that it compares two values. If that value is not equal, then it may be a greater value or a lesser value. First we check it for equality. If it is not equal, either it may be a greater value or a lesser value. For equal to, we use double equals to symbol. So here in this example 10 equals to 20. Result is false. Similarly, for representing not equal to, exclamatory mark equal to. Not identical, exclamatory double equals to. Greater than or equals to, less than or equals to. If you see the example, here I am taken, if age less than 18, then the text prints it is minor. When it will print the minor? If the age is less than 18. What it is doing? Comparing. Either equal to 18, less than or greater than. If it is less than 18, then it is minor. If it is greater than or equals to 18, then it is major. The comparison operators can be used in conditional statements to compare values and take actions depending on the result. And the next type of operators are logical operators or Boolean operators, like logical AND or NOT. What is this logical AND does? This logical AND returns true value only if both the statements are true. It means if its first and second operands are evaluated true, then it will return true or else false. Whereas in logical OR, it returns true only if one of the two operands are evaluated true. It returns false only if both the evaluated statements are false. If any one statement is true, it returns true. If the second statement is false, it returns true. Logical NOT. It's a unary operator that simply inverts the Boolean value of its operand. If it is negative, it says as positive. If it is true, then the NOT indicates it is false. If I said false, then the NOT is true. Logical operators are used to determine the logic between variables and values. Logical or Boolean operators compare Boolean expressions and then return true or false. For those we are using operators like AND or NOT. Example for this. Consider the statement x less than 10 and y greater than 1. Here in this statement, we are using logical AND. It means it has to satisfy both the conditions, that is x less than 10 and y greater than 1. Here x value is 6 and y value is 3. If both the statements are true, then it will return true or else false. Whereas coming to the OR, it returns any one condition is true, then it returns true or else false. X equals to 5, y equals to 3. Here x is 6, 6 equals to 5 condition fails, then it checks for the next condition, 3 equal to 5. Both the conditions are false, then it returns false. Not x equals to y, true. These are the logical operators. Next type of operators are increment and decrement operators. If I want to increase a value, in a program. Then we use plus plus operator or minus minus operator, increment operator or decrement operator. These increment and decrement operators are pre-increment and post-increment. In pre-increment, it first initializes the value. That means a equals to a plus 1. In this statement, it first evaluates a plus 1 and then it assigns the value to a. Similarly, for decrement, a minus minus. Examples for this, where x equals to 5, x plus plus indicates the statement x equals to x plus 1. By using increment operator, we can notate it with x plus plus. Now x value is 5, 5 plus 1, 6. The resultant z value is 6. Similarly, for decrement operator, x minus minus. X equals to x minus 1. X value is 5, 5 minus 1, 4. The resultant z value by using decrement operator is 4. Bitwise operators. This bitwise operations is performed in JavaScript for converting numbers of 32-bit signed integers. After the bitwise operation is performed, the result is converted back numbers. Here we are using ampersand for AND operator, pipe for OR, XOR cap, NOT, left shift, signed right shift. What these operators do? If I am using a bitwise AND, it sets a bit to 1 if both the bits are 1. Or it sets each bit to 1 if any one of the two bits is 1. XOR sets each bit to 1 if and only one of the two bits is 1. NOT inverts all the bits. Left shift, zeros fill left shift. Shifts the left by pushing zeros in the right and let the leftmost bits fall off. And the next one is signed right shift. Shifts right by pushing copies of the leftmost bit in the left and let the rightmost bit falls off. If I am using left shift, it will shift to the right, towards right. And if I am using right shift, it pushes the values towards the left bit. Examples for bitwise operators. A value is 15 and B value is 0. Here these bitwise operators evaluate a bit value entirely in zeros and ones format. The value of 15 is 1, 1, 1, 1 and 0 value is 0, 0, 0. It compares if both the statements are true, then it returns true. If both the bits are true, then it will return true or else false. Similarly, OR specifies one of the bit is 1. XOR left shift, right shift. Next type of operator is conditional operator. It is also called as ternary operator. This conditional operator assigns a value to the variable based on some condition. If you observe the syntax, variable name equals to condition question mark value 1 colon value 2. It means that if the condition is true, value 1 is evaluated. If the condition is false, value 2 is evaluated. For that, we are using ternary operator. The symbol that is used for ternary operator is question mark colon. Where A equals to 5, B equals to 2, where max equals to A greater than B, question mark 5 colon 2. Here it compares A and B values. If A value is greater than B, then it will print A, or else it will print B. Next operators are special operators. Type of, comma. You can use this type of operator to find the data type of a JavaScript variables like numbers, strings, booleans. For this we use type of operator. And the comma operator allows multiple expressions to be evaluated as a single. If I want to initialize or else assign two values, then I can use a comma where A comma B. Similarly, I can use 3 variables, 4 variables as we wish. This is about operators, and the next topic is arrays. What is an array? Why we are using this array? If I want to store the values sequentially, elements of same type, then we use arrays. JavaScript allows us to create an object that represents a collection of similar type of elements. It stores a fixed sequential collection of elements as the same type. Array can hold different types of JavaScripts, including numbers, strings, boolean values, and objects. For referring these values, we use an index. This index starts from 0 to array length minus 1. Array parameters is a list of strings or integers. Here I specified the maximum length allowed for an array. Creating an array. How we create an array? We can create an array in 3 ways: by using a literal, or by using array constructor, or by creating instance of array directly. Let's see how we create this. By using a literal, here if you see the example where array name equals to subscript with item 1, comma item 2, so on item n. Terminate with semicolon. Array literal is the easiest way to create arrays values or contained inside square brackets and are separated by comma. Where cars, item 1 is, here I am using car names like Alto, Volvo, BMW. Similarly, we can create an array by using a constructor. If you observe the example, a new keyword is used here where array name new array of item 1, 2, so on n. Here we create instance of array by passing arguments in a constructor so that we do not have to provide value explicitly. So for that, where cars equals to new array Alto, Volvo, BMW. And the third way for representing these instance of array directly. Here, if you observe where I am specifying new of array. A new keyword is used to create instance of an array. Here I am creating an instance cars for array. For that I am using where cars new array. We can create array directly like this. Now car is instance for array with cars of 0 equals to Alto, cars of 1 equals to Volvo, cars of 2 equals to BMW. How we access these elements of an array? By searching an element in an array or length of an array, we can access these array elements. Now, how we identify the number of elements in an array? Obtained by using a length property. Array dot length. If you observe in this example fruits, I have taken 4 elements: banana, orange, mango and apple. Mango and apple. Length equals to fruits dot length. What it returns? What is the size of our array? 4. The length specifies the number of elements in an array. Access array element. If I want to know a specific element, that is cars of 0, cars of 1, cars of 2, cars of 3. To get the value of an array element, we use the name of the array followed by square brackets containing the index number of that element that we want to retrieve. Here in this example, my array of 0 returns a value that is stored at index 0. Similarly, cars of 0 returns the value that is stored at index 0. Searching an array. To search an array, simply read the element in turn and compare it with the value that you are looking for. To stop search, use break statement. Here in this example, for where count 0, count less than array length, count plus plus. If array count equals to 20, then the loop is finished. It has found that element by using break statement. There are some array methods or functions. First one is concatenation. This concatenation function merges two existing arrays. Here in this example, array 1, Jan, Feb, March, and array 2 with Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, array 3 with 1, 2, 3. Here I am using concatenation with array 2 and 3. It will concatenate array 1 with 2 and 3. This concat method does not change the existing array. It always returns a new array. Now the my array contains all these array 1, 2, 3 values. January, February, March, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 1, 2, 3. This concatenated method can take any number of arrays or values as arguments. What we have to write? Concat. Method name is concat. Array 1 dot concat of array 2, array 3, so on, array n. Next method is join. Join method joins all the elements of an array into a string. Syntax is array join separator. Separator specifies the string to separate each element of the array. If you see the example where add equals to new array first, second, third. Now I am using join and with a separator plus symbol. Now the array returns first place, second place, third. This is about join. Next one is pop. It returns the value that was popped out. It means here in this example, fruits I have taken banana, orange, apple, mango. The topmost element is mango. If I use a pop method, it removes the last element from an array. Now the last element is mango. So it removes the mango. Then again if I place fruits.pop, now it will remove apple. Again orange. In the previous method, we have removed the element. For adding a new element into an array at the end of the array, it means once we have assigned a value elements in the array, then we want to add a new one. Then we use push method. Array dot push of element. This returns a new array length. Here our size is before push is 4. Apple, orange, banana, mango. Now I am using push function. Fruits dot push of kiwi. Now it adds a new element in our array. Now the index value is 5. Next method is reverse. Reverse method. Reverse the element of an element. First array element becomes the last and the last becomes first. If you observe the example 0, 1, 2, 3, by using reverse function 3, 2, 1. Next method is shift. Shift method removes the first array element and shift all the other elements to the lower index. It returns the string that was shifted out. Name is array.shift. Method is shift. What it do? It removes the first array element. Here in this example, it removes bananas and shifts orange, apple, mango. Next one is slice. Slice method slice out a piece of an array in a new array. In this example, I am using slice method. Fruits dot slice of 1, 3. Starting index and end. From 1 to 3. What is there in between this? Orange and lemon. This slice method creates a new array. It does not remove any elements from the source array. Now the array is orange and lemon. Next topic is functions. What is a function? Why we are using these functions? A function is a group of reusable code which can be called anywhere in our program. For that we are using a function. A function is a block of code designed to perform a particular task. This function is executed, something invokes it, or else anything calls it. This eliminates the need of writing the same code again and again. A function is a group of reusable code. It helps the programmer in writing modules code. Functions allow a programmer to divide a big program into small and manageable functions. Before we use a function, we need to define it. How we define it? The most common way to define a function in JavaScript is by using function keyword, followed by a unique function name, a list of parameters, and a statement block surrounded by curly braces. Here, function is a keyword, function name, parameters list, open brace, code that is to be executed. This is the example for that. Here I am using how we define a function, using a function keyword followed by a function name and a list of parameters, a set of block statements. Function say hello. So function is a keyword. Say hello is function name, empty parameters, open brace, close brace. In that I am using alert, hello, their message. Function parameters. Not every function accepts parameters, but there is a facility to pass different parameters while calling a function. We can pass different parameters while calling a function. These passed parameters can be captured inside the function and any manipulations can be done over these parameters. A function can take multiple parameters and are separated by a comma. These function parameters are the names listed in function definition, where we specify these parameters in a function. After the function name, we are using list of parameters. Function arguments are real values received by the function when it is invoked. And inside the function, the arguments behave as local variables. We have two type of variables. One is global variable, which is accessed by all the members, and the other one is local variables that are accessed by within a function. Here we are using local variables. Example for this. Here I am passing two arguments. One is name and the other one is age. Function is a keyword. Hello, say hello is a function name and the list of parameters are name and age. And the code that is to be executed, I am writing document.write name. I am printing name and age. The output of this will be passed by using actual values in a function. Here in this, name is Sairam and age is 24. These are the actual values that are passed at function call. Calling a function or function invocation. The code inside the function will execute something it invokes when an event occurs. For example, when a user clicks a button, or else a JavaScript is called. A self-invoked code is called. Function arguments are the real values received by the function when it is invoked. What are the actual values? In the above example, we have used Sairam 24. Function return. When a JavaScript reaches a return statement, the function will stop executing. It will pass, or else control will be back to the statement, after completing this function. If the function was invoked from a statement, JavaScript will return to the execute code after invoking that statement. Functions return a value back to the caller. We have two functions, callee function and caller. So it will return to caller function. Here, see the example where x equals to my function 4, 3. My function return a into b. This is about functions. These are the frequently asked questions in this unit. What is an object? Why do we need objects in JavaScript? Explain with relevant examples. Discuss the functions in JavaScript. Write about string and mathematical functions in JavaScript. What is an array? What are arrays and array functions? Control statements. Thank you.